Hey everybody, welcome to Ready Set Drone. Today I'm holding the Future in my hands. I have the Future 1 from GearBest who sent it to me. So let's check it out and see how it does. So this little guy arrived, and I have to say, when I first saw it, I was reminded of another quad. I feel like it looks a lot like the Inspire, or the Inspire 1. It's quite a bit smaller, of course, and probably not quite as well built, but it does seem to have the same lifting landing gear, where basically the landing gear goes up above it while it's flying and then down below when it lands. It does have a 5.8 gigahertz transmitter for FPV, and it does come with its own monitor. And there are 3 different configurations of it, and one of them is just the quad by itself. One is the quad with Wi-Fi, and then one is the quad with Wi-Fi and the monitor. We have the one up here, which is the quad with Wi-Fi and the monitor. So we're gonna set it all up as shown here and see how it does out in the field. This is how it comes in the box, pretty much all assembled. It's got the props are not on it, of course. And it does have instructions here. This is the battery. It looks like a little 2S battery, 620 milliamp hour. So it's a pretty small battery for a quad this size, although this is fairly lightweight. There isn't a whole lot to this. It has a strange kind of connector here where this slips in like here, like this, and then pops down. Oh, and there it is. I just turned it on, which I didn't really mean to do. I'm gonna push this button again. Whoa. That's interesting. Not really sure why it just dropped down like that, but I can take the battery out for a moment. Comes with this matte black remote control, pretty standard fare, which takes, it looks like 6 AA batteries, so quite a few batteries for this thing. It comes with the monitor here, and this monitor has a little bracket that it attaches to the remote. One thing that was nice too is the battery charger actually came with a US plug adapter, so it by default has this type of plug, which is I think European or Chinese, and then it has this adapter that goes on. This is a AC to DC converter, so the voltage doesn't matter on this, I don't think, but you have to have the right kind of adapter. So I was able to charge the battery last night. And then it comes with a micro USB card, which is this 4 gig jobby here, and a reader. Let's see where the card goes. The card goes somewhere. Oh, there's a little slot right here where it looks like the card goes. So I'm going to go ahead and try to slot it in. Figure out which way it goes. There it is. And push it in until it clicks. So I just put the micro SD card in for video recording. It does come with 8 propellers, 1 main set and 1 spare set. And the antenna here this is the antenna for the video receiver. So this will just screw onto the top like this. So let me figure out how to put the receiver onto the remote here for a live video view. And this is kind of nice. It comes with these thumb screws, so you don't need a screwdriver necessarily. And it looks like these things this just pops in right here like that. So the bracket slots into these 2 little holes, and yes, there we go. You shouldn't need this. This is battery powered, so we should actually be able to open up this little visor. There we go. And now I should be able to turn this on. Okay, there we go. No signal because it's actually not, there's no signal coming from the quad, but that is correct after much ado. So now we're going to put on the propellers. They are clearly labeled as to which is clockwise and which is counterclockwise. So, and it would seem that the top would be the side with the label mark. Let me also see if I can see the Fpv screen now. You should be able to see the camera. So there it is. It's a live view. 5.8 gigs is going to give you very little lag, so you should have a decent view of it here. And does really look like a Inspire, like a mini version of the Inspire. It's got some cool LEDs in the front. You got green in the front, red in the rear, which is always my preference, kind of like brake lights. It's got a nice view from there. It says this top left is camera, but all it says is function on the remote. And I think these buttons over here are what are going to fire up the motors, which I'm not going to do that in here. I feel like that would be these 3 buttons over here. It says 40%, 60%, 80%. So I'm not really sure what all that means, but we'll take it out in the field and give it a try. All right, so I got the little future drone here. The battery's been charged. It's bound to the radio. Gonna go ahead and turn on the radio and put in the battery. And when those lights stop blinking, it should be good to go. I just restarted it, taking it up. Now I'm gonna see if I can make the, actually make the landing gear. See it going up? That's all the way down. That's halfway up. That's all the way up. Which actually you wouldn't want to put it on the ground now because you see how it's higher. It's interesting because it now it's on the way down. That's your landing position. I'm going to land it. Now, will it actually do it while it's on the ground? Yeah, it will, which it shouldn't really do that. But... Very terminated. It really is. Now let's just see how it flies. There's our live view with the camera. Are you able to see it? Have to be at the right angle.
Yeah, well, with that hood, I'm getting all this glare.
Well, just trust me, there's a live view there from the 5.8. And I'm wondering if this thing does flip. I would really, it doesn't look like it should, but let's see if it does. None of the buttons are making it flip. Now I did just switch to 80%, which I think is like level 3 as far as the amount of control you have. So this is basically rate 3. 80% is rate 3. So it has 40, 60, and 80. I don't know if there's a 100%. Oh yeah, 100% is over on the other side. And boy, look at it go 1 to 100. Look how much it is. Oh, close call. Yeah, let me bring it over here and land it, and then maybe you can get a shot of it taking off. Heavy for the amount of power that it has, and so if it starts to drop toward the ground, it really drops. You have to give it a lot of gas to get it back in the air. But once it's up in the air, it's actually pretty agile for its size. As you said, it's kind of Terminator-esque. I mean, to kill us. I have have to admit, it's a lot of fun to fly. It's very agile. When you put it in the high flight rate, it gets after it. It's a little heavy for the battery, so it tends to want to drop down, but I will say that I'm impressed with how it flies. Ton of fun, looks super cool, looks like an Inspire. But don't get me wrong, this is a cheap drone. It does not have the same precision as an Inspire by any means. The camera quality is not that great. The little arms going up and down is a little bit gimmicky. It works, but you can hear it kind of grinding in there with the gears. So I'm not telling you that this thing is like an Inspire, except in the way that it looks, but I am telling you that it's a fun little drone to fly. If you want something that looks cool, looks like a mini Inspire, has FPV capabilities, and is pretty agile, then you might want to check it out. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can get it at GearBest, and we'll see you next time on Ready Set Drone. Thanks for watching.